Be warned, it's intense.
I'm not even surprised because the last Jared Leto movie that he was in by Disney, what's another than that 2023 Haunted Mansion. And I am so glad I went to saw Barbie instead of Haunted Mansion back in 2023. So that's for this different story for another time. Yeah, this film got a very rotten rating, which I'm not even surprised because I think Jared Leto's career is all doom. Well, almost, but I don't know. Hello, spooky everybody. My name is NH Studio Lounge Show, and I hope you gentlemen and ladies did have a good old time by going in the theaters and do some like a Taylor Swift style by going to see that movie called The Life of Showgirl, which is a Taylor Swift concert movie, and I'm really hoping that will be hit on Disney Plus because I'm gonna watch it with my open mind because I've been a fan of Taylor Swift since her country age, honestly. So yeah, I do love her as a pop singer more than country, to be honest here, because Taylor Swift, she might be my favorite singer ever. And don't worry, I am not a Swiftie. As long I'm not a type of Swiftie by getting up and singing and dancing in the screening. Why, what the frick is a chicken jockey? Man, probably Taylor Swift is taking the chicken jockey level. Nah, just kidding. Not just kidding. So we might talk about that in my buddy episode, so stay tuned. So anyway, so let's get back to the main topic here. So this film is coming out this Friday on October 10th. So this film is coming out like 3 more days or 4 more days. I don't know. So you guys, so this new drone movie starring Jared Leto is a sci-fi action adventure movie, which it might be a sequel to the follow-up to the movie called Tron Legacy, but this film have nothing to do with Tron Legacy, so miss me on that. So yeah, and I was originally going to tell my family member that I really wanted to see this film because I want to support this film. I want to support Disney with my money, with my $20 actually. But apparently, yeah, this film got a very rotten rating, which the main reason why I'm not even surprised because due to the fact that Jared Leto is not having a good time in 2020 decade back in 2021 all the way to this show. What the frick? So this film got a 58%. Well, originally this film was in the 60%, but this film went down to the 58%. You already know this film might be mediocre, but honestly, at least this film looks a lot better than Disney's Snow White, but it's just my opinion. Anyway, and for the top critic, this film got a 50%. So the fresh is 11 and the rotten is 11. I am not sure this film got bad review, but when you look at the burger, yeah, you already know that this film might be very bad, but it might be even tolerable as much as Morbius, and that is really a fact. And I have no idea what is going on with the box office because I heard a rumor that Tron 3 is going to lose a lot of money just like Lightyear and Strange World. But guys, there is a difference between what 2025 movie and 2022 movie. Because back in 2022, that is got to be one of the worst and lackluster year for Disney. I already know I enjoy Turning Red, but ever since that, they give us some trashy film like Lightyear and Strange World, and I don't understand why Freeform is airing Strange World again. Like, can you please, for the living God, air Wish for God's sake? I'm getting sick and tired that people forgot Wish it exists, but now they want to give Strange World apology. But honestly, there was no need apology because that film is a piece of crap, and it might be one of the my top 10 or my top 5 worst Disney movie of all time, but I seriously doubt that. But point of it is, Wish will always be better than Strange World, and that proves my point. Anyway, so I have no idea what is going on with Tron 3 box office because this film might be a box office bomb or box office flop. But as long as this film won't be like Disney's Snow White, so no fear there. So I seriously doubt that this film might be a hit because this film might be similar box office to Pirate of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tale, which is the movie that came out eight years ago, I could have said. And the review is not looking good actually because this film got mixed review by the critic and maybe the audience or something like that. But let's see the audience go on the next one. So not just this film got a 58%, and please note that 60% because it can show that Google. Yeah, actually, yeah, it can show that Google can be stupid sometimes, so that's proves my point once again. So, you guys, so this film got a 5 out of 10 on IGN, which I don't even trust IGN because they always give some movie. It don't deserve like a bad review, honestly. So, yeah. So I don't trust, sometimes I don't trust some internet review like IMDb, Rotten Tomato, even IGN. So that's why I decided to make my own opinion and make my own right to like this film or hate this film. But I seriously doubt that. So you guys, so Tron era review. The review said for Deadline, Jared Leto go full boat AI on generally and robotic reboot of Disney digital franchise. Well, wait a second. I thought this film was a sequel to follow up the Tron legacy, but yeah. And honestly, I don't understand why this film was originally going to make for AI. Well, I did my research. And I got one question. Did Disney use AI for Tron era? Well, they did not actually, because Disney was scared to use AI, which that sounds hypocrite, because I heard a bunch of rumors that they might do an AI version of Dwayne Johnson and not live action Moana movie. And to be honest, I do not want to see that. I do not want to see a live action Moana movie, and I do not want to see an AI version of Dwayne Johnson. Yeah, I have to agree with Wally Williams' daughter because I think AI is just taking people who passed away a way more disrespectful, just like what they did to the AI version of Stan Lee. Yeah, I do not want to see an AI version of Toby Bell. No, let's not do that. Anyway, I do not want to see an AI version of Tony Todd. That would be disrespectful to Final Destination fan base. And I do not want to see an AI version of Toby Keith, or else I'll be telling Taylor Swift in my imagination about that crap. So, yeah. I already know that Taylor Swift is very busy with a football game because she go to football game. Watch her husband, which is Travis Kelce. Playing some football, honestly. So yeah, I might have to do a rant video about sport news, talk about Taylor Swift too much. Like, what the frick is this? Entertainment Tonight? Dude, that's the type of stuff you can find in Entertainment Tonight. Not a freaking sport news because you first to talk about the football game, not a Taylor Swift, because Taylor Swift is a singer, not a freaking football player, I gotta say. So yeah, we might talk about that maybe in the next video along with my movie review of Senator. Yeah, I have to delay that until tomorrow because I got things to do actually. So that's why my stream is going to be very short. So that's the point. Anyway, so Disney opening not to use AI in Tron era, which is a good sign actually because I do not want to see Disney to get upset with AI honestly because actually, to be honest, hell, I already know that sounds stupid, but I think AI is taking over the world, which honestly, yeah, I already know that sounds stupid, that sounds very lunatic, but that's true. AI is ruining everything. They ruin movies, and I swear to God, if I see an AI version of Christian Bale for a live action Frozen movie, yeah, I'm gonna be done with Disney if they ever do that. So thank God they're not doing that, and thank God they're not stupid enough by doing that nonsense. So I don't think Jared Leto is having a good 2020 decade in his eyes, honestly. And yeah, even he's a good person in the outside, but when you look at the inside, yeah, some people was right. Honestly, guys, it might be a good person, but you have to go to the true color, honestly, because honestly, yeah, I have the same reaction of Inside Out fan because he might be a good person in the outside, but when you look at his history in the inside, you already know that some people have some problem these days. No offense to my subscribers. So you guys, so the last movie that he was in, which is actually good in the Flash rating, which that in Blade Runner 2049, which that film came out almost like 8 years ago. But ever since that, He was not. Sorry, he was in some mediocre film like The House of Gucci. I have no idea what the flying heck is The House of Gucci. Like, I'm part of the film starting Jimmy Iron, Lady Gaga, or even Jared Leto, which I am not interested in watching House of Gucci. Like, who and why am I want to watch that crap? So yeah, and of course he was in the Snyder Cut, which is a lot better than Josh Whedon, but I cannot stand the Snyder Cutters because sometimes Snyder Cutters can be a really psychopath. But he was in bad film like a little thing actually. Yeah. Actually, I don't understand why I used to like that film. Like, I have no idea what kind of drink I was doing. I mean, I was drinking like. Honestly, it was just an expression, so yeah. And of course, he was in that 2023 Haunted Mansion movie, which is coming out the same week as much as Barbenheimer back in 2 years ago, and I will never forgive that film to lose money because you already know that a lot of people went to saw Barbenheimer, and I did, but I went to saw Barbie. I was originally going to see Oppenheimer, but thankfully that weather stupid just completely ruined my day. So that's why I just canceled my Oppenheimer screening. So that's pushed my point once again. So yeah, and of course he was in that freaking movie called Morbius, which, oh my god. Yeah, that's a one film. I'm just starting to lose my respect to Jared Leto because that Morbius movie was a piece of crap. That's the worst movie of 2022. Not freaking LL Crocodile, which is the user who's a huge fan of Frozen and Wish or something like that. No, not Starboy. I'm talking about the other guy, which we do not want to speak about him. And of course, Tron, which is the movie that came out this Friday, got a very wide rating, got a 58%. Yeah, you better hoping that his next movie called Master of the Universe, which is coming out next year on Amazon Prime Video, and you already know I'm going to watch that because I'm very excited to see that. Because I want that to be even better than the one that came out in the 80s. Like seriously, nobody wants to see He-Man as gay. Like, that is so stupid. Honestly, I already know I sound like Phantom Menace by saying this movie woke, but I'm not saying that 80 Mouse of the Universe movie is woke is because they have gay. Like, honestly, who give a crap that you are gay, lesbian, something like that, and you can express your gender every single society. But there was no need to push these messages in a freaking kids movie. Like, how on earth that Master of the Universe that came out in the freaking 80s as a kids movie? Like, come on, they show some chess, they will show some adult theme, and of course they reveal that He-Man is gayer. Like, honestly, I understand that's his character in the show, but in the movie, yeah, that is why that Master of the Universe movie from the 80s was a piece of crap. So that's why I want the new one to be as good as much than the original, actually. So yeah. So you guys, so I'm really hoping Jared Leto will get his crap together, and I'm really hoping he won't be like the next Bruce Willis, because look at Bruce Willis, he's retiring, he's hanging out with his family, but you do feel bad because I think his voice is almost gone. So yeah, please say Bruce Willis before he passed away. Let's hope not, because he's all John McClane, not a freaking John McClane. He was acting like an a-hole in Die Hard 5. And honestly, don't blame on Bruce Willis. He was doing this for money. No, you have to blame on Cartoon Cat. Cartoon Cat just made up a piece of crap, and he did it on purpose. Hello, I'm a Cartoon Cat. I'm gonna make Die Hard 5. Yeah, that's the Cartoon Cat in a nutshell. And Doing Two Smos no longer with us, so that's why I'm using that term. So I hope you like that term, actually. And of course, I don't think he having a good time in box office back in 2020 decade, because you have the movie that lost money and flopped. You have Morbius, you have Little Thing, you have House of Gucci, you have the new Tron movie, and you have the Haunted Mansion. You want to know why Haunted Mansion to the 2023 kind of had a disappointing box office the same way as Dead Awakening? Well, it's because of the fact that those two movies came out the same week as much as Barbenheimer, like Paramount and Disney. Don't you ever do that again? Honestly, I already know that you guys are jealous that Warner Brothers and Universal was having a huge competition, but that doesn't mean you have to release your two movies in theaters on the same week as much as Barbenheimer and the Spider-Verse movie. Don't forget, so many kiddos went to saw Across the Spider-Peak. which you already know that Beyond the Spider Peak is going to be huge as much as Across the Spider Peak. And you already know my money will be on to Beyond the Spider Peak and Frozen 3, because that's the two movies I am way more excited than the Avengers Secret Wars. Honestly, I know that sounds biased, but hey, I do not give a spooky, if I'm being hot take. But to be honest, here is my opinion, and we both have different opinion. So hey guys, so that was my long video about Tron movie. Got a 58%, which actually I have no idea what the Rotten Tomato rating for Tron Legacy. You know what? I'm gonna check out the first one. So let's check out the first one, shall we? So I think the first one that came out in 1982. It came out like years ago. It got an okay rating. It got a Anyway, so the first movie, the first movie, which is 1 hour and 36 minutes, which is very short as crap. Yeah, I might do a director's cut of that, so yeah, stay tuned. Anyway, guys, so this film got a 61% for Rotten Tomato for the critic, and this film got a 69% for the audience. So this film got mixed review when the 80s Tron movie came out, honestly. And when you look at Tron Legacy, which is the best one, to be honest here, yeah, look at this one. Look at this one. Look at this one. Yeah, that is even lower as much as Tron era. And like I said, this home Tron era won't be just like this one. And I honestly, I do not give a crap about what Tomatoes said about this film. This film is underrated, and this film will always be better than that freaking Yogi Bear 2010, because that film can go ahead and go outside and touch grass in your imagination. So screw that movie in the A. So hey guys, so this Tron Legacy, which just came out the exact same day as much as Yogi Bear 2010, which that film can go ahead and go crap themselves, like I said, like 2 times, not trying to be like a broken record. So this film got a 51% for Rotten Tomato for the critic, and this film got a 64% for the audience. So you already know that this Tron movie is going to be, I want to say, let me update it. Wait a minute, hold on a minute. 57? Now wait a second, I thought this film is 58, and now it went down to 57? Okay, I gotta fix this. Yeah, I'm really thinking this film might be even lower as much as 58, but now it's 57? Man, Jen Little, you screwed us up big time. You fucked us up big time, and I'm not even surprised though. It's the same way as Morpheus and The Haunted Mansion back in 2023 and 2022 and something like that. So hey guys, so that was my long video about Tron era. Got a 57% Rotten Tomatoes. I gotta say, even I don't trust Rotten Tomato, but I'm not gonna pay $20 to see this film, because this film got very bad review. And at this point, I might have to wait until this film hit on Plex, or even worse, I might have to wait until this film will hit on Disney Plus next year. So yeah, and I have to watch this film because it's part of my Disney month. So yeah, you will be seeing my movie review of Tron era in my Disney month, along with my movie rant on Disney Snow White and my movie review on Lilo and Stitch, which is a remake actually, and I do enjoy it. And if you don't like it, I gain your opinion. Just don't attack my opinion as much as I like. So yeah. Anyway, guys, so this is NH Studio Lounge starting off. So if you enjoyed this movie about Jen Little, hopping in Tron Cycle, and you have this music go ding 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 ding, please, I recommend you, gentlemen, you hit the subscribe button, turn notification, and share it with your whole family. But if you don't enjoy the video, you can go ahead and watch Morpheus for 200 times, like over 9,000. So I hope you guys really enjoyed of the movie called of the Life of Showgirl. No, not the movie that came out on the 30th. I'm not that stupid. No, I'm talking about the movie starring Taylor Swift, actually, because this film because actually that film came out like weeks ago, and I feel jealous of the fact that I did not even see it because I was busy on that day, actually. And thank God I did my marketing of Audrey from the Lorax as Taylor Swift herself. So it makes sense because she voiced by the same actress that she was in Amsterdam, and she was in a freaking cat movie. Oh my God, I hate that cat movie. Well, I haven't seen it, but I have a right to judge it because I'm not watching that piece of crap. Anyway, guys, so as long you're not a type of Swiftie by getting up and singing and dancing to the Taylor Swift music and the screening, and I'll be like, what the frick is it, chicken jockey? Yeah, you already know that Taylor Swift fans trying to make this as a Minecraft movie audience, and you better freaking not, because I want to see every audience reaction trying to be like in-game by saying, yay, Taylor Swift, and not standing up and singing. At the same time, I am so glad I just skipped the Life of Showgirl and videos because I don't want to feel embarrassment by seeing a bunch of Swifties out there singing and dancing, which I am so glad I'm not a Swifties, and let's keep it that way. So yeah, and honestly, and you don't see me making a bunch of video about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, but if you want me to do it, and you know what, let's not do that. Let's not do that, or else I would be like Jimmy for Geeku Gamer posting a bunch of politics over again. Let's not do that nonsense, or else I would be like him. Not just kidding. Anyway, guys, so this is NH Studio Lounge starting off here, and at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, stay tuned for my tune discussion of Teeny Mutant Ninja Turtle featuring Jesse. Yeah, Jesse, he will be in charge talking about it. So yeah, and I will be minding my own business to do my stuff because it's been a while I watched that show actually, and I hope John Wick fan will definitely do that episodes. So this video is signing off, and if you have seen this film, I would love to hear your thought on the comment section below. You think it's good, think it's bad, think it's mediocre, think it's best, think it's worst? Comment below and let me know, and stay tuned for my movie review of Senators, which is tomorrow, and stay tuned for my box office report to Taylor Swift movie called The Life of Showgirl, and of course the new walk of A24 movie called The Smashing Machine, which that film is a flop and got beaten by Taylor Swift, which actually it can show that actually Taylor Swift, that's the same woman. You do not want to mess with that chick. You do not want to mess with Taylor Swift, or else her music will be blown away as much as the one actress that she was in Mouth of Movie Law as Marissa. Anyway, this video signing off, and you guys have a great night, and I'll see you guys in my tune discussion of TMT. Goodbye!